money. And you want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downside at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of American Dream Trading's live futures education and training broadcast. Again, this is a live outreach of American Dream Trading, which is founded by, is owned by, is managed by, and incorporated into a legal corporation by Chad Christian, who we affectionately call Coach, because he helps us navigate through the muddies of water of everything investing, such as stocks, stock options, crypto, and my personal favorite and the focus of this broadcast, futures. Glad to have you here with us today. My name is Mark Mixey, one of the many moderators here at American Dream Trading. Glad to have you here with us. You know the routine. If this is your first time here, make sure you click subscribe. Click that share button right now. There's a little arrow up there. Click that share button. Share this out on your social media networks. Let others know that we are here and we exist. Also, turn on your notification buttons so that you don't miss any of our upcoming broadcasts. And we are live here 3 times daily. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We are live here with the Futures Education and Trading broadcast from 2 to 4 p.m. daily, Monday through Friday. And then we have the Aftermarket Show starting at 4 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays with our host, Dawn. And you can find that show over on our YouTube channel, aptly named American Dream Trading. Glad to have you all here with us today. Hopefully you can learn something. This show is your show. Your questions make this show better. Your questions make me pause and quit running my mouth. All right, it's 2 o'clock, a little bit after 2. They released FOMC meeting minutes from the last time. This is where we can see what was actually said in that behind closed door meeting before they released the past interest rate decision. And they're just saying inflation is somewhat elevated, participants diverged in outlooks. Someone had mentioned of rate hikes if no inflation progress. So there's some dissension. It's not a whole unanimous. Now they all vote together on the final thing, but there was discussion on not messing with the interest rates. So the market can react to that. I don't see any big reaction in ES at the moment, but as I read that report and read between the lines of what's said, you may see some reaction in the markets. I don't see any right now. Nothing surprising in there, apparently, or you would have seen market pull or a market go up in the process. So don't see any of that right now, so that's probably a good thing. All right, so glad you could be here. If you have any questions, make sure you type them in your social media chat box, and we will do our best to answer your questions live as time allows. So great to have you here with us today. So need to check the settings here. I don't know that you'll be able to hear the our live participants. I don't believe I've resolved that issue, and I really don't know what to do about it. I told it to share the audio, but it doesn't want to seem to do that. So anyhow, we'll see what happens. All right, let's see here. Let's take a quick walk. Rose asks, is trading FOMC minutes dangerous? Like when it's interest rate? No, it's not nothing like that. It's not that severe. But sometimes there are some, because they're taking minutes of the meeting. So you may get into somewhere this governor said that, this governor said that. This time you've seen the news was there is a little diversification, diverse opinions on what to do. I mean, they still ultimately arrived at their decision, but they will all express opinions. Sometimes they're unanimous, sometimes they're not. So they'll read what was said behind a closed door. So yes, it can have potential market moving implications on it, depending on what's in that meeting minutes. It doesn't appear so this time around. We have seen it cause markets to move in the past. Something surprising comes up that they didn't really say. Fed chairman's usually pretty open and honest about what's going on. So anyhow, so let's take a quick walk around the block. So hopefully that answered your question, Rose. You should always use caution when that comes out. Manage your stops or not even be in a trade at all. That's the safest thing to do because you never know what's going to happen. Okay. Oh, look, it's a Rogue Ranger. I don't know, people. What do you think about my shirt? I think my shirt's nice. I think it is. I think it's the way it should be. This is what a good shirt looks like, unlike that Rogue Ranger. Anyway, he had a nice, fantastic live last night talking about everything ADT and trading. Make sure you check him out. He's usually on late evenings, 8:30 Eastern time. Check him out on his TikTok channel, The Rogue Ranger. Check in there. You might even get some discounts on memberships when you listen to him. So you got to tune in to find out what those are. Anyway, ES, let's take a walk around the block here real quick. Let's start with the indices. Was a very interesting morning. I was playing this in early morning hours and I was doing okay, but I did get my face ripped off quite a few times due to giant pullbacks and things. Then it settled down. I didn't trade much after 7 in that. And then the market's open, strong pull to the downside. It was just choppy as all get out, as you can see these candles. That's why you should never trade in the first half hour, right? Look at this mess. Straight down, straight back down, up, bang, right? And then it kind of hung out just when you thought it was going to break through and hold above the 200 here. It didn't. It pulled right back down, kicked out down here at this double bottom, and right there at about 10 till 9 till 10. And we tell people try to stay out the first half hour. That started its steady climb upward, and it really hasn't stopped much since. It's channeled, obviously, and consolidated. That's the word I was trying to find. Now we're getting a pullback here. We started at about a little bit after 1. Started a downhill pullback a little bit. Now is in the channel down here hanging around VWAP. I tried to break through VWAP once, but it did not hold there and it pulled back up. So we'll see where that brings us here. So it's in kind of a consolidation. Again, it's in the middle of the channel. We don't diddle in the middle. The green line is the top of the channel. Red line's the bottom of the channel. This gray line is the median, the mean, the middle, the average, right? And we try not to enter trades there for the simple fact is that it is in the middle. It could easily go up or it can easily go down, right? There's no definitive move there. It's just being average. Anybody can be average. All right, so that's ES and Q pretty much looks the same. It's pretty much done the same thing. As you can see, you can lay these charts over top each other. One thing to note is the $25,000 level, 25,000 mark here. So, it broke through that a while back and it's revisiting it again. It's been hanging out there pretty much lately here. So keep an eye. 25,000 is a big psychological level. If it breaks and holds below that, well, you might get some action that way. People might freak because it's not holding that above the 25,000. So looking good right there. The Russell did very well also today. Again, all these kind of moved the same way. The Russell had a more upward motion than the other indices did at the time. This started right at the beginning at 9:30. It didn't wait till 10 like the other ones did to really shoot up there. So there was a really nice play on the Russell. Very, very volatile, but it was still if your entry's the key, if you got in down here, you could stomach some of this rise. And it just kind of went, rest of the day, flat. The Dow, same thing, but it was really choppy also. Big, severe up and downs, just didn't know what it wanted to do. It did climb, but it stayed below the 50,000 mark all day. So you can see it was not as exciting. It was a lot more consolidation, just like the rest, and the pullback, just like the other indices. So metals did have some movement today. Gold did break above and hold above 5,000 today. So that's good news. I thought it would have a little bit more excitement there. But one of the talking heads that I listened to, advised that they were seeing a lot of money move out of the gold markets, the metals market, and being moved into oil. And I'll show you that here in a bit. He was correct. He knew what he was talking about. I won't say who that person is, but we highly respect his commentary, and we listen to it, and we pick up little tidbits that we can use also. So, and he pretty much, he aligns kind of like with what we talk about here. Very smart, very highly intelligent, very experienced individual in the futures markets. Works for a big firm. And he's on TV multiple times a week. Usually, he's on there. They invite him on he's not on a TV channel, but they invite him on as a speaker. Silver, pretty much the same thing here. I did a real nice. My biggest gain today was on silver. I caught one of them big pops to the upside early in the morning. I don't remember which one. I'd have to go back and look, but it doesn't really matter. I had a big rise here somewhere. It might have been one of these. I don't remember now. And it's had a nice pull down. I missed that one altogether. So, and platinum, kind of same thing. Platinum's not, it's had the big rise up, right? Kind of flat. I don't have copper on here, but copper had the same kind of movement. Now, I talked about the commentary on people taking money out of the silver markets and stuff, the metal markets, and moving them to oil. Well, oil just, man, you could have got in that at 5:30 this morning and still be in it. One trade to the upside. Look at that. Look at that monster, right? Copper. Oil's been kind of funky and choppy here lately. But look at that. From down here all the way up to there. Yeah, it had some pullbacks here and there, but kind of went flat. You'd have had to stomach through it. There was a giant pullback here, a big sell-off about 20 till 2 before we went live. But anyway, broke and held above the 63, went into the $64 range again. We're now up here. I have a gold level that I have on my chart for my own personal trading around that 65.36 mark, but that's got a ways to go before it gets there. Right now, there's a 4-hour line here that I'm dealing with, a level here, a historical level. So, and you have the New York session high, which is where it's at now. So it's the high of the day on the New York session. So you can see that. This will be another challenging area after, if and when it breaks through. I would kind of highly doubt it's going to go a whole lot higher right now, just because the volume usually drops off significantly for this time of the day. Doesn't mean it can't. Doesn't mean it won't. But my bias is it probably won't. Can I still play this to the upside? Absolutely. Right? Still looking good. Still a strong trade. But you can see down here, stretches out a little bit here for you, that the volume is just kind of flat right now, right? Here's the volume bars. It's just kind of flat. It's got a 1 minute ATR of 5, so it's really not that volatile even right now. So kind of a nice conservative play there. So that's pretty much that. Take a look at what the markets are at overall right now. They are all green across the board on the indices, the metals, and energy, other than natural gas being down, which is not surprisingly because we are experiencing a warm winter right now. So the natural gas prices are dropping and have been dropping ever since. The dollar index is up 0.6% this morning, so that drives down all of your other currencies, the euro, the Australian dollar, the yen, Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar, right? Your agriculture, such as lean hogs and live cattle, are mixed. Soybean oil is up. Ooh, they went up 2% today. Now, most of that was in this morning. Let me take a look at this. I looked at it this morning, but I never looked at it again. Yeah, most of them gains was pre-market open at 9:30. Very choppy. So anyway, those markets close at 20 after anyway, so that trading is done for the day essentially. But soybean oil is nice to trade. You can get some nice EWOs on those also to trade. So there you go. There's your walk around the block. So, all right, what do we have for comments and questions? Let's take a look. Good afternoon, Cherub, to you too, and Jerry. Yes, let's tap those things. Let's go for 38,000 a day. Let's bump it up 1,000. So get over there and start smashing them hearts and them likes. We get 38,000 today. You'll have accomplished your job. Make sure you're liking and sharing this also. Thumbs up over there on YouTube. Let's take a quick update here and see what we have thumbs up versus people watching right now. And we have about 80% of you have given me a thumbs up over there on YouTube. Thank you for that. For those you haven't yet, why not? Hit the thumbs up over there. That helps our algorithm also. And right now, we don't have any questions over there in the live media, social media. If you have any questions, ask them. This is your show. Comments or questions? How about the peanut gallery from the paid members? Any questions? Looking at ES, the downside here. 893. I have a gold level 893 and 3/4. So essentially 894 area down there. Anyway, let's see here. Got a response. Ken, are you still in here? Yes, you are. Ken, just to let you know, Don has listened to your new song that was premiered worldwide in our live paid member Zoom today. Soon to be released to the world, be a world premiere. But it's not ready yet, but it's a fantastic little ditty. So it was produced another song I've usually been playing here lately, Ken's song that he wrote and produced, and Don put it to video that he also wrote. I usually play that at the end of the program. That song you hear at the end of the program was also written by Ken. So he's got some more coming out. He's wrote quite a few songs for American Dream Trading, about American Dream Trading. Very talented individual. And he also wrote us a song on supports, right? Calls on support, puts on resistance. Da-da, da-da. I got that somewhere. I should play that, Ken. I should play that. I haven't played that one for. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I got it here somewhere. I know I do. Oops. There's a wrong button. Here we go. Let me see. Let me see if it's in this folder. I haven't played that for a while. Ken playing the ukulele. I play the ukulele. My wife plays the ukulele. I don't know where I got it hit. I got it here somewhere. I know I do. I have it. I just got to find it. Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. Anyway, let's see. I'll find it here in a minute. Hold on. Please stand by for the next available representative. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Scrolling.
Your mileage may vary.
Yeah, your mileage. There it is. All right, now we're gonna be cooking. Fine, just get this loaded up here. Where's it at? Here it is. All right. Here he is. And he's just doing this. This was just an impromptu thing. Let me put this up here and share that with you. Ready? Very good song. Very simple thing what Coach teaches. He put it to song. Are you ready? Here we go.
All right, here goes nothing. Calls on support, puts on resistance. That's what we do. The coach's insistence. If you need some help, just ask for assistance. Calls on support and puts on resistance.
There you go. He's very talented. And ES is bouncing off the bottom here. Let's see if we can break an hold above the VWAP. You want to see break and hold away from it. See that? That's why you don't jump in them trade chasing them candles. All right. Calls on support, puts on resistance, or as we say in the futures, we go long on support, short on resistance. Why is that? Well, because statistically, it will bounce on our support levels, our historical support levels, such as, well, here's a perfect example of it. If I do say so myself, see my gold level here? That's a support level because it's coming down to it. That's a support. And what did it do? Hit that, bounced up one. What did it do again? Come down here, hit it, bounced up again. So if you'd have went long when it did this, you'd have made money. If you'd have went long when it did this, you'd have made money. What did it do up here? This line up here is another historical level. So when you're going up, you're hitting resistance. When you're coming down, you're hitting support. The same line is both, right? Obviously, right? So when it's coming up through it, that's resistance. If it breaks on through and comes back down, then it's support. So statistically, you'll get double bottom bounces off of support levels. That's what happened here. Bounced up, and what did it do? Come up and hit resistance, and you can go short, right? Rinse and repeat. Bang, 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 right? All day long. That's how you do that. So anyhow, anyway, Ken, she did listen to that. She just sent me a message. So that's cool. All right. So let's see if we can break and hold here. Here's our break and hold. We are getting close to the top of the channel here, so we got to exercise some caution. Plus, we got this little micro double top right across here too, right? So look to your left. Always look behind you, right? Look left, look right. All right, see where things are at. You may. The trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. The trend is down, right? However, we can look here and see this would be some levels of resistance. We have the pre-market 4 a.m. high, basically, from 4 a.m. on high right there on this line. So it's right there top of that trend line. Would I enter this trade? No, not right now. Could I make some money on a scalp? Sure. But I'd rather see it break and hold even further. Now, I would have got in here, right? But now, if you're not in, you want to wait to break and hold above the trend channel. So you got to wait. You got to decide what your entry is. All right. Malik asks, what's the best stock to buy right now? There is no best stock. That's a fallacy. You have to know what you're trading. That's what makes a good stock a good trade, right? You want a stock with some history probably to it, some good earnings and all those things. I don't have anything in particular that's a good stock per se. They're all good if you know what you're doing, trading them, right? So, are you interested in tech? Are you interested in blue chip? Are you interested in small cap? Are you interested in hot stocks, right? Percentage wise, a hot stock can make you 1,000. We've seen some of them go 4,000% in minutes, right? Well, that day, that was the best stock in the world, right? But, it depends on what your investment strategy is. We cannot recommend, offer financial investment or tax advice because we're not licensed financial advisors here. Anybody who does that and is not a licensed financial advisor is breaking the law. So we don't do that here. But if you have a certain stock you want to talk about, we can do that. We can pull up the chart, but there's no one best. What's best for you is probably horrible for me, right? Risk tolerances and all that. Tech may be too volatile, right? Even within futures, we have the S&P 500. You see right now it's got an ATR of 12. That means it moves 12 ticks in 1 minute on a 1 minute chart. I can go over here to NQ on a 1 minute chart. It's 51. It's 4 times more volatile. So for me to tell you to trade NQ, you can make a lot of money trading it. Well, you may not be able to handle them wild price swings, right? So that's a lot of money. 51 times 5, you do the math, that you could lose possibly one candle. So you have to know what type of things you like, what your risk tolerances and all that. There's no one best. The best thing to do is find things that you like, a sector. If you like tech stocks, or if you like, industrial stocks or defense stocks or whatever, right? There's 10,000 stock, literally 10,000 stocks, individual stock companies you can trade on every single day. And not one's any better than the other per se, till you deep dive into their financials and all that. So if I'm day trading, I really don't care what they're doing, right? I don't care what they're doing if I'm just day trading. Here we are, NQ, by the way, testing that 25,000 level. Pay attention here. It's a critical level right here. What do I have? A triple bottom, right? This could break through right here, right? So we got to pay attention, right? So we could get a break and hold here to the downside. Do I want to trade to the downside? Well, should I wait for the break and hold? Well, let's find out what happens when you don't wait. There we go, right? There's my double bottom. I should have waited on a break and hold here. What did I just tell you here about 5 minutes ago? What happens usually statistically on double bottoms? Well, generally, it's going to bounce, right? Now, I entered this trade ahead of time, not waiting for the break and hold. And look what's happening. Now I'm in a losing trade, okay? This is paper money, so, don't feel bad. This is a simulated account, so I can show you things not to do on purpose. I jumped the gun. I got a little excited there, right? But I can clearly see there's a double bottom. I want to wait on a break and hold below this, at least this level right here, right? So it didn't do that. It came down and matched it. And what's it doing right now? It's bouncing. Now, can it go to the downside? Obviously, yes. It can go to the downside. Let me turn on my P&L so you guys can see what that equates to. All right. And right now, because I did not wait on the break and hold, I'm down $7,000 on this trade. Okay. So you have to be patient. Don't compromise your entry. Okay. So, Mr. K over there posted in Zoom, still trying to figure out stops. Well, let's talk about that tomorrow, right? We can talk about that in detail. Don't try to figure it out. Ask questions, right? We'll try to answer it for you during our live tomorrow, right? How to set stops, what to look for, how to determine where to set a good stop. So right now I'm down 1,000. Can this go down? Yes, it could. But statistically, this will bounce. We are at that 25,000. That's a big psychological level here, right? So it could hug here the rest of the day. They don't really want to get away, or they may start panicking because it broke below the 25,000 mark. Okay. So you got to watch all these things, and you don't want to enter early, right? I'm still down money. Now I'm up 2,000 just that quick, right? See how fast that changes? There's no clear definitive break and hold to the downside. Yes, there's the break. Here's my hold candle. It started on the shoulder, but does it look like it had any oomph to the downside? No. What about this candle? Is this giving you strong, warm, fuzzy feelings that it wants to continue down? No, it wasn't, right? And now here we go. It goes back up. Now I'm down $9,000. Just like that. Why? Because I made one simple error. I compromised my entry position, right? I already had an entry, which I already know, a bounce off of that, right? Or wait to see if it breaks and holds below the double bottom. And just that fast, I'm up $22,000, just that quick, right? So don't compromise your downside there. I'm just going to close that out, okay? So anyhow, that's how you do that. So when you see these things, double bottoms, double tops, getting at critical levels, right? You want to wait for those things to happen before you go jumping into them, okay? Because that's how you destroy your account, trying to guess that it's going to go there, right? Hopium is not a strategy. Right? It's not a trading strategy. It's an account wrecker is what it is, okay? So get to smashing them like buttons. We're up to 5,000. We want to see 38,000 today. And get over there. Make sure you're sharing this also. Thank you, Rogue Ranger, for sharing this video, this feed. By the way, I don't know if he's going to be there tonight, but around 8:30 Eastern time, Rogue Ranger usually goes live on everything ADT and trading. Check him out. He's got his own TikTok feed, The Rogue Ranger. He might even offer some discounts on memberships tonight. But you got to tune in to find out, right? So that you have to do. And look, see if I stayed in. Now, what do I have here? VWAP. What usually happens at VWAP? Another potential bound point. Should I enter here? Huh? No. Why? Because this could bounce here, right? Also, or it could continue to sell off. We just don't know. But you want to wait and see, right? I'm also at the bottom of the trend line. So this right here is a very, very touchy spot that this is in right here, right? This little area here. I want to see it get away from it down in here somewhere. I want to see that break and hold out of that area. So you got to be patient. I'm not into trade now, so that's why. And what do we say about VWAP? There it is. You don't enter a trade on VWAP. There's a bounce off of VWAP. It did resist at VWAP, volume weighted average price, right? Every trader in the world uses that, VWAP. So. Yes, he has a new one. If you'd have been in our live Zoom today, our members played it, heard it. It's now turned it over to Dawn. She'll probably make an awesome video to go with it. So it'd be exciting to see when she gets time. It takes a long time to create something from scratch, but she's talented. She can do those things. And she's very busy today. I don't even think she traded today. She's got some stuff, doing some repairs and stuff to their home. And so she's been a busy gal today. So you can check out the aftermarket show Mondays and Thursdays with Dawn. And you can catch all the replays over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Not only her show, the aftermarket show, but Coach's 9 to 11 and these 2 to 4, because immediately upon conclusion of all of our live broadcasts, they automatically get posted over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Check it out. By the way, for absolutely free, over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, there's over 3,200 training videos that you can go watch at your leisure. Absolutely free. Can you imagine if we give away that stuff for free, what we do for our paid members? It'll blow your mind. I don't see any hearts flying over there on the TikTok. Let's get them hearts flying. Good to see you, Alvig. Just joined. Naylik, thanks for your comment. We got Rose and Rogue Ranger. Thank you for those hearts and gifts. Appreciate it. Fast Snakes in the house. Let's click the share button. Even if you have a TikTok account, you can still share it, even though you may not have a lot of viewers. You can still do that. Someone scanned the barcode. I didn't even put the barcode up. Must be an old one, huh? Well, speaking of barcodes, QR codes, let's put that up right now. Speaking of QR codes, right now, and I guess it's still 4,000. They haven't changed it. Don't know. I thought it was supposed to go back to 5,000. I'm going to have to go here and see. Confirm this. Let me see. Membership info. I believe it's supposed to be 5,000 today. I believe. That's what I'm guessing. I have to confirm that. All right, Eric. Got another member picked up. Trade of 8. Cool. Good for you, buddy. Now he's got to learn it, right? All right. So there's your Diamond Lifetime membership. Stick your camera on that. Take a picture of that, and that will take you to our payment processor, which is WAP. Or you can just go to our American Dream Trading website and click through the buttons, and you'll get to the same place. You just got to do more clicks. That's all. So if you point your camera at that QR code, you will be able to takes you directly to that. So that's the Diamond. Okay, if you want our free Discord, which everybody should have that, it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It was free 6 months ago. It was free 3 years ago. It was free 4 years ago. It was free last year. It was free at the beginning of this year. Guess what it costs today? Free. Absolutely zero. We've never charged for it. Never will. Totally free. But when you do join our Discord, once you register, you can interact with other members of American Dream Trading. And while I was talking, we had this big pull down here off the 25,000. It's staying there. It is below VWAP. I like to see one more candle before I think about doing, oh my goodness, big gamma candle. I don't like it when it does that. Anyway, it did it anyway. I'm going to go for a 50% bounce here, even if it pulls. Let me see what happens. See if I can catch me a quick bounce, 50% regression channel bounce back to the upside, and I'll lock in at $11,000. Bang, bang. Thank you very much. Why did I do that? Because usually when you get a large, we call them gamma candles. They're not really gamma candles. There is no gamma in futures, but it's an old stock option term. It's just we just keep using it. When you get a large gamma candle, you can always expect a 50% pullback. Why? Because that's a lot of money right there, right? And people will take their money, and that'll cause the price to fluctuate, pull back temporarily. Doesn't mean it's going to stay up there. As you can see, here comes another candle, right? To the downside. Now, I do have a level right here at that 929, 930 level right down here, right? The day's previous high was right here below it, so that's another critical level. So this here is another tough spot that this needs to break and hold through down here. So anyway, there's your chance to point your phone camera at the Discord. All right. There we go. All right. Typing a message.
Please hold for the next available trade.
Yes. Well, I got a member who typed something. I got trade of 8, but they paid to link it. You don't need to do that because it comes as part of your membership. So, all right, let's see what we can do here to the downside. Is this going to go down any further or not? In Q, volume is still okay. I'm in late to this, so these will be scalps. I'm not going to play around too much. I will wait for the next candle here. I got to get a break away from this here. It just had a little bit of oomph when I jumped into it. There we go. There's my profit. I could take that 6,000 right now, be done with it. 6,500. I want to see the next candle starts in 16 seconds. I'm going to hold this for another 15, 20 seconds, see what happens if the next candle starts on the shoulder of this to the downside. If not, I'm going to take my profit if it doesn't pull back before then, which it's trying to do right now. All right, here's my next candle. If it's see any green, I'm going to take my profit here. Okay, let's see. It's trying to decide. It's trying to decide. Come on, get into the downside. I'm $4,500, $3,000, $5,000. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. So move to the downside. Woohoo! That's how we do it. Yeah, baby. There we go. Huh? 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 All right, I'm just going to go ahead and take that for right now because I'm going to switch. I'm going to my other monitor here, so I ain't got time to sit in that. Anyway, so there's our free Discord. Another thing we got going on here is we have our own electronic trading journal that you can buy. It's 50% off for the first year. It's currently $39.99, and it's an electronic trading journal. You can log all your trades, notes, and everything all in one convenient place that you can access on any of your mobile devices or your desktop. So it's kind of cool, especially when you're out moving around. You can log in and keep track of all your trades and all those things, all your decision making and why you did what you did. So if you point your camera at that, you can get 50% off on that today. And we also have our premium. You can use also promo code MARK. I didn't change this one, but you can get 10% off by using promo code MARK or Bruno Maria if you want. It's up to you. Mine's Mark, M-A-R-K. And you'll get 10% off the monthly premium, or you can do it by the year. It's $500, right? So 10% off by using promo code MARK at checkout. Okay. Now, if you want, you can even get 2 years if you want to pay $750 right up front. It's over $2,500 value, right? And you can get 2 years locked in for one time for $750. After them 2 years are up, it will renew at $500 a year. And then, of course, we have our Diamond Lifetime. We will take $400 off that, so you're going to get that for $3,600 if you act today. All right. I don't know what you're waiting on to change your life. This is opportunity knocking on your door. Tommy gun on what? The $125, that's a month. It's obviously if you pay by the year. If you scan your phone on that, a QR code, it'll take you to the website and you can look at all the different payment options. If you pay annually, obviously you're going to save a lot of money, a lot more money, right? And you get 10% off even if you pay annually. That's $125 a month, so you'll get 10% off your first payment. So there you go. All you got to do is scan that with your QR code on your phone. Oh, the $39? No, that's a year. That's the first year. Okay, right there it is. You get 50% off your first year. $39.99. It's a fantastic product. I like it. Getting good reviews from people on it also. Yeah, so if you just point your camera at that, scan it, you can go look at it for more details. And it'll take you to our American Dream Trading website, but our payment processor is WAP, so you'll see WAP, so don't get confused. They're the ones that process the payments. That's all that is. So point your camera at that, tap the QR code when it lights up, and go from there. And if prop firm trading is your thing, we also have an affiliate relationship with Tradeify. Okay. If you use code ADT when you sign up, you're going to save 30 to 40% on your transaction fees and all your monthly fees that deal with prop firm trading. So that's a big savings there every month until you get certified, right? That you pass the test and all that stuff. So we'll check that out. Anyway, so there's that. We'll put the Diamond Lifetime up there for a little bit here to make sure we're scanning these things, get them in there, take a look at it. Use MARK at the promo code at checkout. Now, once you type MARK in the promo code box, make sure you click apply. You got to apply that promotion code. When you do that, it will go from 4,000 to 3,600. You'll see that at 3,600 instantly. So if you don't see 3,600 instantly, you didn't do it right. Okay, make sure you do that right. All right, ES is still hanging out here. Does it want to break and hold down here below? Or ES, NQ, does it want to break and hold down here below? I'm sure ES probably looks kind of similar. Yes, but it's still inside the trend channel. NQ looks juicier right now to the downside. We could nail this here, right? I'm going to go over here because I want to, right? Go over to my trade a fi count. Where is it? These stupid pop-ups things getting on my nerves. Hang on, I gotta find it. Oh lordy. One of these. Which one was I trading? Wasn't that one? Wasn't that one? Wasn't that one?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh well, hang on here. We do it this way. We'll just get it, take care of it here real quick. I have to click to link it. I got to link it. Hang on here. Oh, what that? Hang on, wrong button. I think I just started learning how to do this. Here we go. There we go. Now we're back in business. Here we go. All right. If I could just get that to slide back up here with the other ones. There we go. All right. So there we go. Now I'm back here. You can see I link. Well, you can't see. Well, yeah, you can see. I linked my Tradeify account to that. So I'm waiting on a break and hold here to play to the downside. And we're going to go with, we'll leave it at 5. We'll go conservative here. I didn't get optimal entry on this, so it would be a pure scalp if we'd play this to the downside. Let me put this on a 1-minute chart. Matter of fact, I get more reaction here. What's going on? And right now it's just sitting down here. The trend is down, still down, but doesn't mean it can't change at any time, right? Comments, questions. Yes, you can, Jerry. You can do that. Matter of fact, if you go to our Discord, you'll see there is a section that teaches you and shows you how to create free business cards using your own personal QR codes and affiliate things for yourself. So let's go, Eric. Let's go. Yeah, so go over on our Discord. You'll find a whole thing on there, an affiliate program and how to create business cards with QR codes and all that stuff on there. You can do that. You can print them out on your own printer, go buy card stock, or you can take it to whatever, Staples or whatever one's still in business. I don't know which ones are still in business. I haven't used their services forever. All right, so we're going to break on through back up to the other side. Is this a start of something to the upside, or is it just trying to fake us out what we want here? I see, what do I see? Nothing. They're all about the same size. There might be wanting to go to 44, which is about where it's at now. Yeah. Turn that off. It's too hot. All right. So we don't know what it's going to do. I'm waiting for a definite break and hold. Now, the thing that concerns me is the 21 right here. Can I make a quick scalp to the upside right here on the break and hold of the 9? I can. 21's right there, though. So by the time this one has the break and hold, it'll be right here. And guess what else will be? It'll be right there, VWAP. So this is kind of a tough spot also. It's right in here. It's a tough area. So I want to watch that, right? Make sure I'm not getting faked out. Comments, questions?
You do have a little bit of a W there.
Could be. See what happens. I want to see what happens here. Can I enter this now? Yeah, I can. It could very well bounce off the 21 or bounce off the VWAP. I would expect VWAP more than anything, personally. There it is, trying to get through the 21, which is this purple line here. It doesn't want to do it. And we're diddling in the middle of the channel. So it's really not the best place. I'm not afraid to enter here myself, but I want to see what happens here to 21 and or VWAP. I would be very more comfortable when it breaks and holds above VWAP to the upside that way, if it will make it. Now, can I go in here and do a quick scalp? I most certainly can. And come up here and go bang, bang, right? See if it goes up, gets a pull up to the upside, or if it bounces here off. My stop's really tight there. Let me move this down. It stopped me out before it. My stop was screwed up. I had a wrong stop in there. Sorry. That's on me. There we go. I got stopped out for a loss because I had a 25 tick stop, and then the tick right now is 65. So a 25 tick is not going to get it in that scenario. So, all right, now we're ready. That was my own mechanical fault there, not paying attention. So that was on me. I had nobody to blame for that loss but myself. And it's pulling back anyway. So I was going to lose on that trade no matter what happened. Did not pop. So, comments, questions? Mm-hmm. Waiting. A lot of trading is waiting. That's a big, as a matter of fact, that's the biggest part. What's considered low volume in futures? Well, that's where trading one thing on a regular basis, you will know by looking at it. There's no one real number, right? It could be low, but still have enough to move things, right? Like you get in gold, silver, metals, you'll see it get down into single digits, 1 to 5 to 7, 8. Definitely don't want to trade now. 20, I just know from experience, that's really not enough volume either. Will it move it? Yeah, but it's not. Now it's 5. See, definitely I don't want to do that, right? Or wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong thing. ATR. Yeah, that was volume. So I don't want to deal with that. NQ, it's really very low also, 173 in volume, right? But it's moving, so it's okay right now. Sellers are trying to come in here. See if I can get some oomph here to the downside. I'm waiting on this candle right here. Did break the 9. This is my break and hold candle. And let's see if I can. Boy, that was how many ticks was that? Oh, that was 2 ticks. Could have won a limit order there. All right, it's all right. I'm up 150 right now. So see if this will pull down. I'm looking for a pull down right to here is my first goal, right below where that wick's at, and then the red line right here, bottom of the channel. I'm not going to play around too much. I'm late scalping. I'm just going to go ahead and grab that $425. Bang, bang, just like that. Bang, bang. Comments, questions? All right. And I expect it to come down here. I'm going to wait. Right. This one did not start on the shoulder of the previous candle. This could be a weak candle. Doesn't mean it can't go down. It's just a weaker. I don't see it. It didn't start on the ending price of the previous candle. That's what I mean by weak. Doesn't mean I can't trade it, but I will hold off trading it. Mostly in my case, personally. Once you fund there's a misconception. Once you fund a futures account with a broker, okay, you do not have to maintain any certain amount in there. Now, obviously, you have to have enough in there to trade what you want to trade. A broker may set up a minimum requirement of what you need to open an account. But once your account is open, it can go down to $10, right? You ain't gonna be able to trade anything, but they're not going to close your account because you only have $10 if you're not trading, right? So if brokers have a minimum account, and some don't, then once that's satisfied, you can open up your account. Then your balance can be anything you want it to be. There's no PDT rules to do like you do on stock margin accounts. This is a different futures margin account is treated differently. And once you establish your account based on the minimum set by the broker to open the account, then you don't have to maintain any certain level. It's a cool part of it. RMB Strat. Is that an indicator that shows the ATR? It's built into Coach's 3.0 or 4.0 indicators, which comes with your paid membership at American Dream Trading. If you have a VIP Gold, Diamond, or Futures membership, that comes with your paid memberships. It just does the math for you, so you don't have to try to figure it out yourself. There's other ways of getting it, but this puts it all in one little handy-dandy spot. And I can turn this on and off if I don't want that there. I can shut this whole box off. I don't have to have that. As a matter of fact, I can close this whole pane, right? I can get rid of this whole thing all once with one click. So, yeah, it's a little handy tool. Just looking at it. Shows you the volume, buyers, sellers, and then it shows you the ATR depending on what time frame you're on. So if I go to a 5-minute chart, now it's the 5-minute ATR is 121, and so on and so forth. It's pretty quick. It just makes a quick glance, right? So I like it. Very handy. Comes with your paid memberships. I mentioned that we do have the Diamond membership, which is our all-inclusive, everything thrown in. Gets you the lifetime stock options, crypto, and futures memberships, and everything a la carte that's involved in that other than the one-on-ones with David and Coach. Those aren't included, or the journal. So right now, if you get the Diamond membership, that is included, I believe. Let me look here at the promos again because they changed them again. Let me make sure. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any description to that effect. So, journal's separate. What's that?
A question for you, please, sir. You have a moment?
Oh, I have till 4 o'clock.
So, wait, what?
I got till 4 o'clock.
Oh. No, you got 1 more hour. Come on now.
That's 4 o'clock.
Hey, on TradingView, on TradingView, you can click and go security info, and it tells you the price of the ticks and all kinds of stuff, or the tick value and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that on Webull?
Webull it's built into, as you see here on the right side of my screen. This is a Webull widget that I've separated. But here, I'll put it in the middle of the screen here. I don't have all that on here, but this tells you everything you need to know also. Or you can go to the CME group, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and it has all the contracts, everything you need to know and more about the contract.
Under the information tab where the release dates and the freaking earnings report dates and all that other great stuff, that tab?
This is Webull. This is a widget. This is the quote widget.
Correct.
So, and then it shows you, when it opened, when's the last day you can trade it, intraday margins, right? How many days left to expire. It's, NQ, $20 a point. So there you can click on more, and this will give you even more. Now, you can even go one more step further. Click that more. This opens this box. Then down here, you can click this spec limit. And what that's going to do for you is it's going to automatically open up the CME webpage. This is the Bible. This is the Bible. This is the company, the group that runs the futures. They run the entire world's futures market out of Chicago, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Okay. You should have this bookmark. So go to cmegroup.com. Okay. Everything you need to know is here. So this is the E-mini NASDAQ 100 contract. Okay.
CME.com?
CME Group. Charlie Mike Edgar Group.com. And this tells you here, you can go in and it's all under this. Here's the whole thing. What do you want to look for? There's quotes, settlement days, volume. It's under specs. This tells you everything you need to know about that contract. So it's $20 a point that you would make. Okay. It tells you hours that it trades, yada, yada. So there's each tick is 20.25. So there's 4 ticks to $1 to a point. It's not really $1. It's called point, but we think of it in dollars. So I will make $5, right, per point there, right? It's $5 per tick. I'm sorry. So every time it goes up 1 tick, I make $5 per contract. If I have 100, you just multiply. So it's every quarter tick, and so if there's a 4th per point, that means there's 4 of them per point. Like oil, they're 0.1, so there's 10 of them per point, right? They're called points. They're not called dollars, but again, we think of it as dollars. So every time that goes up 1 tick, I make $5. So if I go up 4 ticks, I make $20. That's what this shows up here, right? $20. 5 times 4 is 20 per contract. So, and you go through here and it just tells you everything, it tells you what trading. It gives you all kinds of different, you can really deep dive into these and explains stuff about it. But you should all have this cmegroup.com bookmarked. And this is where you go to find anything about it. And you can go here and it's overview of what it is, right? And what all of it's about. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you really want to get into all that information, right? Quotes, tells you settlements on it, the dates and all that, how much volume has been going on, shows you overall over a time period. Specs is where the contract, that tells you how much you make per tick, right? Now, and then there's the margin rates, which doesn't really matter to us because that's broker dependent, but this is what they tell you to charge, but you don't have to. You can charge more or you can charge less. But regardless, you're on the hook for that amount. So not you, the broker.
Right.
So now, because you are a paid member, we have a cheat sheet already made out with all that information on it just for you. We knew you was going to ask this question, so we created this and we update it on a semi-regular basis. Margin rates change all the time. If you go into the Discord and go into the Traders Lounge, and if you go up in there on the top right hand, top of the thing there, you'll see a pin, push pin. That'll take you everything that's pinned, and you'll see those. I mean, you can scroll up, but hit that push pin. That'll take you up. You'll see one for Webull. You'll see one for Tradeovate, margin rates and stuff. Right now, all brokers have to pay the same amount per tick value. That is a contractual obligation that has to be paid. So, you can't. Tradeovate can't say we're going to pay you. Well, I guess they could if they wanted to, but they can't pay you more than what Webull does per tick. That's contractual. Okay, so they have to pay you the same amount per price movement. Now they could charge different margin rates, and they do. Believe me, they do. It's super expensive to trade Webull at night, where during the day rates you can trade all night long with Tradeovate, all night long, same rate. So that's what's great about it. They can charge what they want for margins. And that rate they're charging is essentially an insurance policy against a trade, is what it is.
Yeah. So you said here in the Traders Lounge, you said hit the tab or the push pin.
Yep.
Where?
In the Futures Lounge. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where everything we pin that we don't. You can just go there and click that, and you'll see. If you scroll down or up, whatever. Let's see.
There's only one on here from Miss Miranda posting the $500.
No, you got to go hit the pin and scroll up and down.
Yeah. There's only this one message.
Futures Lounge.
Oh, my bad.
I may have said, maybe I did say Traders Lounge. It's Futures Lounge. All right, it'll be at the very top. Last time I updated was February 9th. I updated the Tradeovate margin rates and the futures. You can open them up and print them out. Now, I don't have the tick values on Tradeovate because it's already on the Webull one. So, look at that. Ain't that handy? You can print that out and keep it right beside your desk.
Interesting.
And right here's what it looks like. Right here's a cheat sheet. So I can get it on camera here, right? I got it printed out. I can refer to this anytime I want, right? It only takes 2 pages. These are the most commonly things we trade. It's not everything, obviously, right? Ones that, if somebody starts saying something about a certain one, then I'll add it to the list. And then I do actually have, and it's a very small print because there's a lot of different things you can trade with Tradeovate, and you can't trade most of these with trading or with Webull. And it tells you what it is and what the margin rate's on that. Now, these are, again, I haven't updated this since February 9th. These are always subject to change, and they do change.
Right.
I would go insane if I had to do this every day, right? So I don't do it that often, but they don't change this that much in one day or 1 week or even 1 month generally, as a general rule. Now, metals have been very volatile, so they had a big change. But I when I think about it, I go in and just update the ones that need updated. So, but that'll, even if it goes up, at least you got a ballpark figure what it's going to cost you. So,
all right. So
did that just for you because I knew you was going to become a member.
I love how you're just so forward thinking about whenever I come
I
around.
we try to be. We try to be everything to everybody as much as we can. The ones we can't be, we just tell them take a hike.
Right. Okay, so in Webull, you go into the quotes and it tells you the tick prices and whatnot, right? So how do I know, or how can I figure out? Let's say I got $100 in my futures account on Webull. How do I know what I can and can't trade? Like I'm trying to trade silver and it says insufficient funds.
Yep, silver is going to cost you $4,000 a contract for an ES or whatever. If you're in Tradeovate, you said. I got to take off my glasses so I can read. Micro silver, I forget whatever because I've been trading in big silver. SIL is micro silver, and that is current. Well, it was. You have to double check. $1,000 a contract. Okay. If you're going to trade gold, micro gold, which is MGC, MGC, which is right up here, would be cost you 200. Yeah, because it's 2,000, so it would be 200. It's generally a tenth of what the e-mini price is, generally. Now, if you want to do that same thing with Weeble, to trade instead of 2,000, it's going to cost you 6,000 almost. They really jacked their rates up on gold. Silver, it's going to cost you about 10 grand on a. So yeah, it's expensive. That number don't sound right. Is that right? I'll have to double check them numbers again to make sure. Seems like it's kind of high.
Now, I know I said about 2-3 hours ago that I was done for the day, but I've officially tripled my account since this morning.
Good job.
And I wish I could say there was only $50 in there, but there's not.
Good. No, that's all right. That's how you build your account, little by little, right? Today you did that much. Tomorrow you'll add a little more, add a little more, add a little more. Right. One day you'll wake up and you're like, dang, where'd all this come from? Right? Yeah.
Well, it took like 2 weeks round trip per se for me to put $50 into Tradeovate and then pull it back out. So, now I've got a baseline of transaction time, but at the same time, it's like, well, dang, how much do I need to start with,
Yeah. Well, you could trade one micro ES, the S&P 500 for $50 on Tradeovate.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But you got to have more than $50 in there, right? Because you're going to have red trades. If you only have, let's just say you can't just trade with $50 because you're going to have the candle's going to fluctuate.
Right.
And there's an auto liquidation feature in futures trading. If your account cannot handle the pullback on the price, your trade will be automatically liquidated. Mm-hmm. And a penalty applied to that also. So you could get, so in other words, you don't want to trade one ES unless you can trade 4 or 5. Right. As far as an account goes. Absolutely. Yeah, right.
That's the position size. Yeah.
Yes. So let's just say you had $500, and if you trade one ES, micro ES, you're going to be okay as long as you don't lose, a bunch of money, right?
Right.
But you got to be able to allow for that fluctuation. So if you only had technically, let's say your account got down to $50 and you're going, oh, I got $50, I can buy one more contract, right? And I'm going to turn this thing around. Well, I think what you're going to find is you're going to get auto liquidated because it's just too tight. If that pulls back at all on you, a couple ticks, point, your sales closed out. So you got to be careful of that, right? So just because you can trade 4 or 5 of something doesn't mean you should. You have to have a buffer in there. And I have no idea what to tell you what that buffer is. Some people say you should always have at least 50% more than you need for your trade. Depending on where you read on the interwebs. It can be more, it can be less. But if you get into something and it has a nice, let's just say a world leader opens his mouth on TV and it suddenly drops and you didn't have a stop in there, it's going to wipe out your account. Bang. And the broker will liquidate it, and then you got to refund it all over again. So you don't want to put yourself in that position. So do not ever size up more than your account can stomach, because you have to allow for, number one, red trades, right? If you only had $50 in there and you limited your loss to 10, all right, cool. I got $40 there, and well, guess what? Now you ain't got nothing you can trade for $50, right? Technically. So then you got to go with $10 back in there, right? So don't ever push your account like that. So I would recommend that you have no less than double the amount you're trading in there just as a buffer, and then just trade one of, right? And then as you build your account, then you can trade 2, and then build your account, you can trade 3, whatever, and work your way on upward, onward. So.
Yeah, and without having the settled funds issue, where you got to wait till tomorrow and whatnot, that's just going to amplify the process.
No, you have instant cash settlements on futures.
Exactly.
Now it takes a while for your funds to get in there, but you could trade the same $100 1,000 times during the day if you want to.
Yeah, I took the 5,000 yesterday down to like 1,700, just trying to learn trading view. It's all paper, obviously.
Yeah.
And then it kept giving me these messages like call broker and something and auto liquidate. I was like, what the hell does all this mean?
Well, auto liquidate means you were trading bigger than your account could handle.
Yeah.
And they're going to protect their position by auto liquidating your account once it gets down to whatever, 7% or whatever it is.
So yeah. Or I'm sorry, I didn't start with 5,000 yet. I started with 2,000 yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I started with 5,000 a day.
Okay.
And yeah, yesterday I was just figuring out trading view period.
Right. Well, you need to. That's what it's for, right? To get the mechanics down.
Yeah. But yeah, today, I mean, it was an hour and 57 minutes from start to finish from my first transaction to my last one. And all I did was silver. And oh my gosh, I was just beating the crap out of it. And then I took one of my boys to lunch. And then I get back and I do some round numbers. I was like, man, that one damn thing would have been $50,000 in an hour and a half.
Yep.
Just going to lunch if I would just left it.
Yep. Welcome to my world.
Yeah. So,
yes, it can make you a lot of money, and it can also destroy you in the same 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
It's not for. I would even go as far as to say I don't recommend you trade it at all at this point in your trading career.
Yeah, no.
It's not. You should be trading, the Dow, the Russell, oil, those kind of things. If you want to play in indices, go with the Russell or the Dow to start with. Maybe ES will rip your face off too from time to time. It's not as volatile. Stay away from NQ altogether for a long time till you get experience. But stay away from the metals. All they'll do is make you cry in a puddle of tears.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get a false sense of trading that on paper and being successful. And then you throw real money at it and it wipes your account out because it will do that. So it's not for I can't tell you what to trade, how to trade it, but just my recommendations, you stay away from certain things when you're starting out. I'd recommend very conservative, low ATR type materials, oils, even soybean oil. That's fun to trade too. Regular oil, MCL, all micros, always do micros.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
yeah, I was doing natural gas yesterday, and I started realizing that I was getting tunnel vision and not scanning the market. I was just focusing on just natural gas.
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
There you go. Pick one thing and trade it all day. You can make money doing that also.
Yeah. By the way, it's at a double top. For if you're wondering.
What is natural gas?
Natural gas.
Oh, okay. No, I'll take a look. See, that's NG. Yes, we have a member who does that. Trades it all day long, right? He grew up trading that. In fact, he traded it so much, I suggested it. Oops, that's not it. Wrong one. That's a stock. There we go.
Yep. And it's almost up here at the 200 on the 15. We squeeze back into the 5. That 15.
Yeah, you're definitely on a double top on a 2-minute chart.
Yeah.
These natural gas, oil, they're great plays on EWOs. Mm-hmm. Right? So, wow, thank you, Ego Queen, for that donut. I like donuts. Thank you very much.
I may do a little playing around tomorrow with Weeble and crude and natural gas, but yeah, I'm definitely sticking to paper for at least 2 weeks on TradingView because I've noticed today I've made a couple of mistakes, just not being familiar with the platform itself.
Yep.
But I actually like it a lot more than I thought I was. I really do. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, like I say, I just couldn't figure out how to trade.
Yeah.
I was like, man, if I got $100, then what?
Mm-hmm.
How do I figure out the equation?
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Hey, thanks, Mr. Mark.
Yes, sir. Make sure you get your mechanics down before you even think about real trading.
Yes, sir.
What we're here for to help. So make sure you take advantage of your membership to its fullest. Over on our YouTubes, Jerry says trying to guess the bottom is costly without the rug pull. Yeah, exactly. If you get it pulled back on you, right? He used to do that when he was new. Doesn't do it anymore. There you go. Never guess, right? Trade to trade, it's in front of you. Natural gas sitting up there, nice climb up there. You could have played a nice 2-minute EWO on here. Made all kinds of money. All right, let me put that on there. I don't have it on. Oops, must have double clicked it. Get rid of that one. There's an EWO entry on a 2-minute chart. So you'd have had one here. I'm just going to do the green one. There's your entry there. You'd have got in right here, rode that bad boy all the way up. Look at all that money you'd have made. You could have actually stayed in it. It did pull back. You could have played a break and hold to the downside. Or if you got in here, you could have, if you really had the cojones to do it, you could have stomached here as long as it stayed above VWAP. right? Coach teaches that as long as it stays above VWAP, right? Would I have been able to do that? Not so much. But anyway, technically, that's what if you got in here, if it pulls back, you're still in profit here, right? And then rode that up, and you're even higher than it was before. That would have been a fantastic trade, EWO, right? We go back over here, go back here and look at a red EWO. Let's slide this back, this one here. So just these two EWOs, you entered right around in this area here based on the Elliott wave oscillator chart. Got in there. Would you not made a boatload of money there too? If you could have stomached through it, there was a big pull back here might have stopped you out, but let's just say you didn't get stopped out by some chance. I mean, it was a nice EWO to the downside. You wait for the color change, break and hold a 9, you could re-entered, turned into an EWO, and rode that up. So we're just right there between 10:30 and now, you had two very nice EWOs that made a lot of money. And that's all what Coach teaches, right? Come get that membership. Membership has its advantages, right? Hey, D-Rock, thanks for the hearts. Thank you. Heart me. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Doug's over there in the house. Doug's another one of our trading moderators. Everybody knows Doug. Everybody say hi to Doug. Hi, Doug. Doug. Power hour, 3 o'clock. All right. So, Doug's.
That natural gas, I said double top. Yeah, I don't like it as a double top no more. So.
Why?
Because it broke. It's not holding just yet, but because it broke.
Are you talking about a downward play on a double top?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't. You don't necessarily do that until you see what's going to happen. It may just keep going up. Look at the money you would make, unless you were waiting on a double top reject pullback. That's different, right? So.
Yeah, it was wanting. Well, at least I think it was wanting to freaking line up to come back, and then this break right here. I don't trust it coming back down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, it may. It very well may, but I don't trust it right now.
Okay. Well, trade to trade, right? Trade to trade. Scared money don't make money.
Yeah, but it's like if I got 4 indicators in my head per se, and one of them's not lining up with the other 3, I'm not going to take this trade. You know what I mean? All right.
You have your own entry criteria. Stick to it. Don't compromise it.
Go.
Right? Say it every day. Don't compromise your entry.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I don't know what's with TikTok today. We don't have that many people over here today. What's up with TikTok? Are they all sleepy this week or what? Or something nefarious going on? I don't know. All right. So, by the way, any of these memberships, if you use promo code MARK, you'll get 10% off your first payment. So if you're paying annually, you'll get 10% off the annual. It says premium here yearly. You'd get it for $500. You could get it for $50 off of that, right? If you want to do the 2 years of premium up front, you pay an extra $250, you'll get 2 years. So you get 2 years for the price of 1.5. You get $75 off of that. If you're doing the Diamond Lifetime membership, you'll get $400 off of that. A one-time payment would be $3,600. Never ever pay again. Memberships. Oh, it is. Yes, it is. So, D-Rock, what's a reasonable amount to have in trade of 8 for a buffer to start reset to avoid liquidation? Well, depends what it is you like to trade. I mean, if you want to trade silver, you got to have a lot of money in there, right? But to trade micro contracts, $500, as long as you don't go nuts, you can trade ES for $50 a contract, right? And keep, hey, Callie, see you over there. You could trade 1 contract to ES or 2 contracts to ES all day long, right? And not really, hopefully, unless you sit there and watch it evaporate, right?
Mark, tell them how much a couple of our members who are, let's say, very successful, how much they started out with.
Oh, we had some start out with 500, some started with 700, some started with 1,000. It can be done.
A couple of our very successful members started out with $700.
Yep. So it can be done. You got to be diligent. You got to know what you're doing, right? This is not a place, you don't come in and use real money when you don't know what you're doing. That's how you wreck your account. So there you go. If you're interested in prop firm type things, we even have an affiliate link for that, right? Save you about 30 to 40% off your fees for a prop firm with Tradeify. You have an affiliate relationship with them. By using the code ADT when you sign up with that prop firm, Tradeify, you will get I think somebody said it was 30 to 40% off all the fees and everything that go with that. So check that out. Point your phone camera at that right now. Take a look, see what you have. Good job there, Callie. All right, good job. All right, so NG's still climbing very nicely. I'll go back to NQ. I was in that one paper trade on. Huh?
I said I've now quadrupled my account for the day.
There you go.
Yeah. Beginning of December, I think I had like $50, if I'm not mistaken, in Webull, and I got it up to nearly 5,000 by the end of December, just with Apple options. Oh, and Nvidia a couple of times.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was, but like I say, I'm tired of options. Oh my goodness, and futures is just, oh my Jesus, like stealing freaking from whoever.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to it though. That you got to really watch that lotto liquidation. That's a real thing. So
yeah, I learned about that yesterday. I was not happy about it. So that's why I started at 5,000 a day and not 2,000.
Yeah. Well, if you're trading now, I will tell you, if you're trading Webull, using Webull, they don't give you the intraday rate when you paper trade. They give you the overnight rate, just so you know. So you have to have 100,000 in there or whatever to trade, because I don't. Their way their paper trading set up, you get charged the overnight rate. It's kind of silly, but that's just the way it is. Tradeovate's not that way. So, anywho, so comments, questions.
Actually, I do have another question.
Oh, why does that not surprise me? Let's go.
Well, I mean, I told I was gonna.
Hey, that's what we're here for, buddy. Membership has its privileges, does it not?
Oh, it does. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
That's actually my question. Believe it or not, is I'm so freaking excited about the diamond and what all it's offered. I mean, I've had mine since August, and I paid like $4,800 for it, I think. And oh my Jesus, like right now it's a steal. Oh my goodness, but just I didn't know the value of it, and I didn't believe the value of it beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now that I'm in it, I'm just like, well, what can we talk about? Because all of this is awesome.
Yeah. Well, and you have stock options, crypto, futures, right? You have
the newsletters, the post newsletters.
Yep.
I mean, just the custom freaking videos.
Gold breakout rooms, weekend training, Saturday and Sunday, 7 days a week, live Zoom call training if you want it. Do I suggest you go all 7 days? No, you got to give your brain a break once in a while, but it's there, right? So, yeah, it's a mind meld of all the things that we have to offer here, right? But you want to pick one thing and stick to it and master it before you start moving on to other things, because you'll you'll literally short circuit. There's so much. It's immense. And now we have not released yet to the public, but the ADT Academy, right? That's coming out, a whole school thing. It's a work in progress. It's a lot of work in progress, but it's a work in progress. Don't know what the. Oh, it is. Got a lot of people working on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it should be. I mean, it's coach's standards. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Everybody, he's kind of like me. He's got really high standards at certain things, you know. And trading is definitely one of them. So, if I mean, for real, anybody out there listening, if you're on the fence, just not sure, you know what? Trust me, just do it. You will thank yourself.
Yep.
I promise you will.
One thing you can say about Coach, you know, you see Coach's public face, right? And you see him go off once in a while. But overall, he's an easygoing, easy to get along with, understanding, compassionate person. And he is. But when it comes to the business, he's got high standards. And as moderators, he expects us to maintain those standards, rightly so. Why? Because it's got his name on the company, right? It's incorporated in his name. And the products that he releases are also a reflection of him and his company, right? Yeah. So could we just push something out there, slop, right? Yeah, we could, but that's got Coach. We literally, I wasn't involved in the one particular project, but they were working on something, and they were kind of semi-proud of what they had. And he went in there and he's like, "No, it's all trash. Scrapped it all. Start over. thanks for playing, try again. It didn't meet his standards, right? And he explained what the standards were ahead of time, right? It's just that the work that was done just wasn't done. It wasn't that it wasn't nice. He could have been released, but it wasn't what he wanted. And so it was redone and reworked and came out to be a successful product, right? So, yeah, that's the kind of caring that he has. He doesn't want to just shove crap out there. He ain't here to push products to sell, right? We want to see you develop skills to become a trader, right? And be successful at it. These other things are tools to help you, but we want to provide you with quality tools to do it. We're not just going to just throw stuff out there, right? Because you're going to get it. You're going to like, man, this is crap, right? What am I doing? I quit. This is a bunch of baloney, right? So, Big Sky, something like that. How much does this cost per month? Well, it depends. It's whatever your membership level. Right now, you see on my screen is a Diamond Lifetime membership. You pay one time. If you use my promo code Mark, you will get this for $3,600. Right? One time, never ever pay again for the rest of your life. That includes for lifetime stocks, lifetime stock options, lifetime crypto, lifetime futures. So it gets you 7 days a week live Zoom call training. If you want to go that many days a week, don't recommend it, but you can because it is there to do it, right? We have our basic membership, which is our premium that you can get for $125 a month if you want to pay monthly. Obviously, pay yearly or half a year, you're going to save a lot of money, right? But if you want a dollar amount per month, it would be $125 would be the lowest, right? If you use promo code Mark or Bruno or Maria, use Mark, you'll get a discount off of that also. But it really depends. I really, if you stop and think about it, do the math on what's 125 times 12. Let's do it together, right? 125 times 12 is what? $1,500. Well, I can get the Diamond. That's just for one membership. I can get the Diamond for $3,600 and never pay ever again. This I'm going to have to keep paying for. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a great membership, great deal. But the best one would be the Diamond, right? Lock it in, never ever pay again for anything, and you get all of the memberships and everything that included in those membership levels. So it's a better value, but it's up to each one. You can get to start with the premium, and as your income increases, that justify spending. I understand everybody doesn't have $3,600 lying around sometimes, right? If you can find a way to do it, sell the wife, sell the kids, sell the car, sell the kidney, sell the neighbor's kidney, whatever you need to do, I would do it because this offer will go away eventually, right? But it's up to you but we do have it for every. Does Doug have a promo code? He most certainly does. Trader B, it's Doug. Rogue Ranger has one also. It's Ranger. And Dawn has hers. Dawn, Bruno, Maria, all the moderators and streamers have their own discount code. So if you like Doug better today, use premium code Doug. Right? Dawn. Rogue Ranger is Ranger, unless he changed it. Ranger. Correct.
Are you looking at silver? You don't have silver pulled up, do you?
No, I can.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
My freaking word.
yeah, but you're not going to be able to trade that on your normal account, so don't even worry about it.
Not right.
It's $4,000, right? Right now. Right. So, you don't want to. What I'm trying to encourage you is to focus your attention in your charting and your details and learning how things work on the ones that you'll probably really be trading, right?
Yeah.
So even while silver has dramatic moves up and down and against you and for you, you probably won't be trading it. So don't waste your energy on that now. Yeah, you can sit there and be in awe of it, but it'll still be there when you're ready, when your account size and your risk tolerance allows that. Till then, I would focus on what it is you're going to actually trade, right? You're wasting your energy. Now, you could call it out, say, hey, silver to the upside or whatever, EWO, blah, 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 blah. But I wouldn't waste my time even thinking about trading this, even on paper right now. Why? You're not going to be trading in real life. So let's focus our energy and our learning on something that we're actually going to do, right? That's my suggestion. You do what you want. That's just my suggestion, right?
Right.
So focus what you want, where you want. Don't be all over the place. So.
Man, I am just brewing over silver
Yes, SICK is the micro silver. I haven't traded it because I trade the regular silver, but yeah, it's there. It's open interest is a little on the lower side, but it is there. You can trade it, right? SICK right there.
What's more? I don't know. Pays more than like natural gas because it only pays like what $3.
Refer to your chart. I already did all that work for you.
That's right.
Ha! Look at the price per tick. You really can't compare it because one like NQ pays $5 per tick, and there's only 4 ticks to a point. ES pays $12.50 per tick, and there's only 4 ticks to a point. So it would sound to you that, well, why would I trade NQ when I can trade ES? I can make $12 for every tick versus 5. Okay, that sounds logical, correct?
Oh, so ES main is $50 a tick. If this is a quarter tick at $12.50.
Correct.
I see how you're doing that.
Yeah. So on the surface, if ES pays $12.50 per tick and NQ pays 5, do you think you'd probably be more monetarily beneficial to trade ES, right?
Well, I mean, you just got to look at the rest of the equation.
Well, the rest of the equation is correct. ES doesn't move as many points in a day or at a time as NQ. So you'll always generally make more money on NQ because it moves so much more point wise. Mm-hmm. You'll come out further ahead trading NQ, right? Generally. So anyway, you can't just go by what the tick value is. You got to look at the, obviously the metals are going to have a bigger payout because they're more volatile. They move more, they pay more. Gold pays $10 a tick, and there's 10 ticks to a point. Silver pays $20 per 10 cents, right? But it's at a 0.005 or whatever is a tick, right? So
yeah, 0.00. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so you can't. It's really not an apples kind of comparison on all of them, right? Because some of them don't move that much, right? The Russell and the Dow, they pay $5 a tick or whatever, right? So it's on the overall movement. So you can't really say one's better than the other as far as payout, but yet the metals do. Well, you'll make day in and day out. Yes, you would make more money and lose more money. Oh yeah. Because when it goes down, it takes away that same amount by trading the metal sector. Okay, just because it's so volatile.
Well, of this cheat sheet of yours, the indices, metal, energy, currency, interest rates, ag, and crypto, which do you think you would throw somebody in with, I don't know, let's say $1,000, $1,500?
RTY, well, oil.
Oil?
RTY, or again, micros of those, MCL.
MCL, baby.
YM, which would be MYM, the Dow.
The energy sector then is kind of what you're saying?
No, I would say oil for the energy sector, or even NQ, but it's higher priced. Okay, so NQ, there is an M in NG or NG. I'm sorry, retract it. It's NG. It's natural gas, but I would do oil, MCL, the Russell, the micro on that's M2K is a symbol, and the Dow MYM. Those are more conservative. I would stay away from NQ altogether. What's up, Eric?
What about MES?
MES is fine, but it can rip your face off too, right? So it does have a low ATR.
And don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think you mentioned yesterday, Mark, that MES you can buy as low as $50.
MES you can, yes, that's correct.
Only on TradeOvate, but now Webull.
Correct.
Perfect.
Hence the reason a lot of our members are going to using TradeOvate, because it allows you to trade all night long, early morning, all day long for the same intraday margin requirement.
When you told me that, it was music to my ears yesterday evening, and the first thing I did, I freaking ate my evening dinner, and I went up and I signed up for TradeOvate right off the bat.
There you go.
And I linked up my trading view. I didn't go to sleep till like almost 12, just researching, looking at everything that they have on their website, so I can get very familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't deposited any funds yet, but I was just more getting the mechanics dialed in, linking my profile, linking my trading view, and all that good stuff.
And if I had your money, I'd have funded that for $1 million.
And then we got for Eric Mark, we got a yeah.
There we go.
You can do it.
Come on. So, yeah, get busy when you're ready, right? But you don't want to trade real money till you have your mechanics down, obviously. So,
And you did mention too, because I did sign up for the what's it called? I paid for the Trading View link for $9.99.
mhm.
Once you opt into a well, I mean not opt in, but once you deposit some funds, then they'll give you that for free, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel it then.
Yeah, I mean that's worth the $10 right there, right?
Yep.
And you can paper trade, and once you fund your account, they'll let you. When you open your Tradeovate account, you can, I believe, you can paper trade. It used to be 2 weeks before they cut you off. Once you fund your account with $5 or whatever, you can paper trade all day long. But here's the other thing: if you don't conduct at least one live trade, they're going to ding you for what, $35, I think it is. So you have to make one live trade per month.
Gotcha.
Or just keep paying $35 penalty.
You know why? The main reason why I signed up is because when you said I can buy it for $50 on MES,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, that's a freaking wrap. I'd rather pay $50 than you know how expensive it is.
Well, yeah, Weebles is well, my last chart was $133 basically.
And then it's $50 all across the board. So even like during after hours,
yep,
it's still cheap.
Yep.
And unlike Weeble, it's like almost $3,000.
Correct. Yep. Yes, sirree, Bob. Don't call me Bob, all right?
Surely you can't be serious.
Okay, Shirley.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
There you go.
Yeah. Man, look at that. I got into silver 19 minutes ago. Check this out. 19 minutes.
Yeah, silver pays out really good. I was paper trading it on my car, on my Juniper, and I made like $23,000 just following the same strategy, the same mechanics.
Yeah.
And holy bejesus, it's a very well payout symbol.
Yep. So you don't play around with it.
You're not fighting all the damn Greeks like we usually do.
You know what I
mean,
Just be careful with it, because those of us who have practiced it before, if it goes the other way, you're
yeah. You definitely don't trade hopium on silver ever.
The minute I entered my position, I was already down like 2 G's.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did yesterday with Trading View. I freaking put $2,000 in it, and it auto liquidated me in like within 10 seconds. I was like, "What the hell just happened?" Took me like an hour to figure out what I did.
And that's pretty much it, right? You don't need to get like extra add-ons, just the real market data and then the CME.
Once you fund your account, don't buy anything. Once you fund your account, you're going to get everything you need for free, other than you'll get L2 real-time data.
Okay.
Okay.
We pay for L2 though, do we?
No, we don't. Well, we don't. If
like $2 a month.
Hey, quick question.
No, L2 is $40 a month. L1, you will get L1 for free once you fund your account. Now, if you have a Weeble account funded, you get the L2 for free through the end of the year. So,
right.
So what I do is I use the Weeble widget as my L2.
And is that based off TradingView, or is that based off their platform?
What?
That they're giving you the free real-time data and the free SME futures.
Yeah, that's the broker thing.
Just the free L2 is on Weeble, even though we pay $2 or whatever it is a month for it. Like if we fund the futures account, I think is what Mr. Doug was trying to say. If you fund your Weeble futures account and you keep a minimum of whatever,
$100,
you get the L2 for free, and then you just detach the widget from the Weeble platform.
Yep.
And gotcha. Standalone.
Yep.
Sweet.
If you use the L2, if you don't use the L2, then don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You just need the L1 real-time data to be able to trade. Capiche? Clear as mud?
Capiche.
Oh, look, I'm still in this NQ trade that I switched off of. That wasn't too smart, Mark, on my real account. This is why I don't do this.
Oh shit! I have a feeling Moto's about to move to the East Coast because he sleeps all damn day. He's about to move to the East Coast to make some dang money.
Lily, your camera's on, dear. Thank you. All right. I think it's kind of a good thing here that I wasn't watching, huh? On 5 contracts. See what I'm up? Ah. I did slide my stop up real tight in case I walk away again and forget. All right. See how that works? I can use my stop to guarantee my profits. I can cash out right now if I wanted to. I could take that $5,000 right there. Bang, bang, right? Whew. Boy, that was dumb, Mark. Why did I do that? Oh, that gave me about a stroke when I flipped over. Good thing I looked, was flipping around. I would have forgot all about that.
Holy shit!
I'm just going to leave my stop right there. We'll leave it parked right there until it gets up to VWAP. Then I'll slide it up, tighten it up. Comments, questions. Whew. This is why you don't trade a real count while you're talking. You're not focused. It can be very detrimental. Well, I had a stop there, but it would have been for a loss. All right. So I never slid my stop up.
When you take a counter trend trade, do you have is it a smaller position?
Yes, it should be. Do I? It depends what I'm trading. Sometimes I will go in big on purpose to snag as much as I can in the least amount of ticks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now it puts more risk on that short-term counter trend, right? It's a risky trade. My risk tolerance is different than probably yours is. So, instead of trading 1 contract, I might trade 5. Instead of 5, I might trade 20 or whatever, right? You know how big I go in my trade. So, do I do it on purpose? They go small. No, I don't. If anything, on a counter trend, I will go larger if I'm sure there's no surety in trading, but if it looks like the odds are in my favor, may the odds always be in your favor, right? I will actually go bigger with the idea that I'm only going to be in for seconds, right? Bang, bang.
Okay. When it breaks above the counter, like that green line on the trend there, and the lines are still facing down, is that considered a trend change or not? It's just keep breaking out of the trend.
Yeah, the overall trend is down, but this is just looking like it's making an upward trend now, right? It's already, there's a cup, right? Cup and handle, if you want to call it. It's a sloppy cup. I don't know that I would go, sell everything on that, but let's see here. I'm coming down to my stop here anyway. So, yeah, can this be a reversal? Well, you don't know until it breaks out, right? It ain't going nowhere until it breaks above VWAP, as far as I'm concerned, right? That was my goal, hoping it gets there. But I'm right here, back up here at this micro double top, right? So, does that surprise me that it pulled right there? No. Taking profit? No. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to 7 candle rule. Expect a pullback. Look at that, how that worked. Right? So, and also I have a level right here, so I'm not surprised there's some resistance to break out through the other side. Now, where my goal is to get up to VWAP and see what happens. As this approaches VWAP, I'm going to slide my stop up about halfway in between this level and VWAP in case it totally rejects. But I'm not going to, hopefully I'm not too tight. I mean, I can leave my stop away and just keep my finger on the profit button. If it pulls back too much, I can get out that way. But I'm going to wait and see if it breaks through VWAP. Now, I don't expect it to, right? I don't expect it to break through, but it might. I don't know. So I can tighten up. I can come up here and keep sliding my stop up to lock in more profit, right? Right now, I'm up 50. I can guarantee myself 5,700 if I click the button right now. This is probably, I don't know what that is. Could be 5,000. I don't know, right?
Will you ever put the sell above instead of using that stop? Like, I noticed today I was trading one mini NASDAQ and NQ. So anyway, there's like a gamma candle that dropped, and then I was up like $35, and then when it executed, I was up $5. So
If I put the sell like right above it.
Well, if you put it above it, it's going to close out your trade because it's going to close at the best price. If you want to sell in a hurry, grab this sucker and just slide it up real fast and let go.
Okay.
You can do that. Same way, the opposite way, it'll do the same thing too. So I'm up 6,000 right now. Right here's VWAP. What did I just say I was expecting to happen, right? I'm going to leave this down here just to protect, probably get $5,000 out of this if it pulls back, but I'm going to sit here with my finger on the button. If this is going to reject off, if this hangs around VWAP too long, I'm just going to go ahead and lock in my profits. Why? Because I can always re-enter if it does break and hold above VWAP. Why take the loss, right? So what I'm trying to do essentially is just to keep from incurring additional fees, but I don't really care, right? It's on 5 contracts anyway. The fees aren't that good. So I'm just going to keep moving my stop up here real tight. If I get stopped out, big deal. I can re-enter on a break and hold. If this rejects, I'm going to take my profit anyway, right? So I'm going to move this up real tight without getting, I'm going to get stopped out if this pulls back. If it does, fine. If this breaks and holds, I'll keep doing it. Or I can do right here. Look how close I come to getting stopped out there. See? That's about $5,800 right there. Bang. See, there's my stop. Now, since it rejected or is at least resisting and consolidating in VWAP, I don't care, right? I can, when it breaks and holds above it, then I can re-enter the trade. I've just banked $6,000, right? So I can now take a bounce off the 9 and play it back up again if I wanted to. If there was enough room, enough meat on the bone, I do that, right? Or I could have played the down to the 9 and at top of the regression channel. So there's all kinds of trades you can do here, right? Depending on your level of expertise and experience, right? This is unless you're an experienced trader, you shouldn't be scalping anyway, right? There's no reason for you to be scalping. It's dangerous. It's the hardest thing to do, right? So if I get a break and hold here above VWAP, I can re-enter, right? Matter of fact, I can re-enter anytime I want, right? I can do this right here. I want to see some oomph to the upside, right? But if I don't wait on the break and hold away from that yellow line, which is VWAP, volume weighted average price, I'm just asking for trouble. I want to see a candle gap between them, break that gravitational hold it has. So would you say this is no longer a counter trend, but maybe a reversal? I would say so, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. So here I am jumping in on a quick scalp, right? I can do this. See, it did not. Now, reason I entered this here is just to quite show you, unless you get a candle in between them, you don't want to play that game, right? Now, I can take a quick trade right there, lock in $25, big deal, right? But I want to see a candle on the shoulder of this one to the upside for any long-term uptrends, because I want to break the gravitational hold like a rocket to Earth away from VWAP because it's such a powerful indicator, right? And I have, well, there it is right there. Do I have oomph to the upside? That's what I'm looking for. I'd say so, right? See, I could have done a limit order and got a better fill, but I do markets, right? So now where's my next impediment to profit? Right up here. I got a level here. I have the $25,000 level that we blew through earlier. In addition to that, there's the 200, right? MA. So this right here is the critical area. If it doesn't break through here, it's going to reject, right? So I have a lot of issues here that I got to deal with as this comes up. But I'm going to let it go, right? I'm going to slide my stop up tighter so I don't take a bigger loss, right? I could keep it below VWAP, but I don't really want it to pull back that far. Here, we got about 12 minutes left. Things could go crazy right now. This could dump in a heartbeat. So I'm going to keep a tight stop. I might even just start locking in profits here, not getting too greedy, The last 10 minutes are the most volatile at this time of the day, right? So this thing could shoot to the moon or it could just sell off in a heartbeat and then whoosh, stop me out. That's okay. I have a stop here. I'm willing to accept that risk down to here. Safer bet would be to put it right below VWAP, but I don't really want to bounce that far. I'm not going to play that game, right? I'm not going to give up that much money. That's just a personal thing. The smart play would be to keep it below VWAP because odds are it would come down, hit VWAP, bump back up. Trent.
Yes, I have another question.
Do you? Good thing you got a paid membership because we allow you to keep asking all day long if you want.
I know.
It's one of the benefits of a paid member.
There you go. Hey, so on this contract cost, on the same thing that you put together, is this intraday margin, is this roughly the area that your stuff's gonna auto liquidate if your funds get this low percentage?
No, it's a percentage of your count that's when it's going to get auto liquidated. Nobody really knows what that number is. I'm thinking it's like 5 to 7% or whatever, but I don't know. You could be holding 10 contracts and have it pull back on you. They'll liquidate X amount of contracts. You may look up and it's like, why don't I only have 6 contracts now? Thought I had 10. Well, because you got too low.
If they auto liquidate your account, do they put your account on hold for like 10 days?
Nope.
You know, you're going to be depositing more.
Nope. You can deposit. It's on hold till you got enough money to trade, obviously.
Okay.
And it's not so much your account even. You can get auto liquidated on one trade if it pulls back too much, right?
Okay.
You can still have $500 in your account, but if you're in too big, let's say I was in with 100 contracts here, right? And it pulls back too much, it'll auto liquidate percentages of your trade even. And again, I don't know how that works. I have no clue what the math is. Where, say, well, if this pulls down here, I could get auto liquidated. Yeah, I don't know how that works, right?
You can actually go negative though, right?
Technically, you can. Yes. See, I locked in a little bit of profit there. Yes, on paper you can go negative, and you would get a margin call. A guy with a baseball bat will show up on your front porch,
Right.
and you will pay, or he's going to break your kneecaps, right? Technically, yes, that can happen. However, the brokers, the way it's programmed, would it be auto liquidating you? But you can be auto liquidating to the negative, money. And when they want their margin call, you have whatever it is, 24 hours or 72 hours to make that, or they will ban you from their platform. So that's why the auto liquidation is in there. It's a protection for the retail traders. Okay. Now, institutional traders, yeah, they're going to get margin calls, right? They're going to say, cough up the money. So, all right. By the way, Rag, I did see your question up there. I don't really have an answer. I had one big silver trade today. That was my best, but it just was one of them. I was sitting in it, and then all of a sudden it went bam. There was like 2 large candles, and I went bang, cashed out. So, all right. Well, we have about 9 minutes left. Glad you all could be here today. We are live here at American Dream Trading 3 times daily. Coaches live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We are live here with the Futures Education and Training Program from 2 to 4 p.m. daily, Monday through Friday. And we have the Aftermarket Show over on our YouTube channel, which is American Dream Trading, with our host, Don, on Mondays and Thursdays. Today being Wednesday, for those that have a crypto membership, there'll be a live Zoom training tonight at 7:15 p.m. So if you love trading crypto, today would be the day to buy it. Matter of fact, if you bought the Diamond membership today, you get all of the memberships. Use promo code MARK and get 10% off that payment. So you would get it for $3,600 one time that. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm just popping that up. Sorry about that, but I was just trying to show that. I forgot to uncheck it there a bunch. So anyway, you can check that out tonight at 7:15 is the Crypto Live Zoom Trading with Bucket and Chris. Excellent trainers. They're very knowledgeable in everything crypto, and they can get you all trained up, answer questions. They have fantastic sessions every Wednesday night at 7:15 Eastern Time. Grab their memberships now. We do have our own standalone crypto membership over on our website, American Dream Trading, that you can grab there also. Again, remember, use promo code MARK, get 10% off any membership now. Get it before it's gone. This 4,000, I think this was supposed to be gone today, quite honest with you. I think this is supposed to be 5,000. I think somebody just didn't change it back unless Coach decided to leave it there for today. I don't know. Again, I wasn't in his room today to hear what he was talking about. So anyhow.
You know, Mark, how much some of us have paid for that Diamond membership before it was reduced this month?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've paid more than that in other memberships before I even got a Diamond.
Some of us have paid between $5,000 and $10,000 for this membership.
Yep,
So you're getting a hell of a steal.
Yep, it was at $20,000 at one point. So anyhow, there's your last chance. You got about 10 seconds. I'm going to remove this off here. Aim your phone camera at this and check it out. for further information. Point your camera at that QR code now to go there. Nothing else, you can go to American Dream Trading yourself and get there the same way. This just gives you a one-click setting. There you go. Glad you could be here today. Again, my name is Mark McSee, one of the moderators here, along with Doug and Ralph and the Futures Trading here every day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And glad to have you with us. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. And anybody you come in contact with now, between now and the time we meet again, try to leave lasting positive memories with that individual. Just because somebody's smiling at you, you don't really know what's going on behind that smile. You may be the only person that's in their life right now that can lift them up and encourage them. So try to be that person. World's full of haters, people with black hearts. Don't be that person. Be somebody who encourages others. So I'm glad you all could be here today. Upon conclusion of this broadcast and any and all of our live broadcasts, they are automatically posted over on our YouTube channel for immediate review. So if you missed them QR codes, in about 5 minutes, you can go over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, where you'll also find over 3,200 training videos you can watch at your convenience. And you can replay the video and catch them QR codes. That $4,000 I'm really sure that wasn't supposed to be there for today, but it's there and we will honor it until it's gone. Right now, before we leave here, NQ is coming up to test the $200,000 and the $25,000 mark. There you go. Just those things I called out before they happened, right? Bang, bang, right? All right, we're going to end the video with a song by one of our members wrote. It's Ken Mayfield wrote this song, and Don created a video to go with it. And it's about American Dream Trading. Listen to the words. Just listen to the words. And we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
I was stuck in the cycle, just spinning my wheels, chasing time, losing sleep, forgetting how to feel. Dreams collecting dust on a shelf in my mind, till I found a spark, a way to realign. Not just numbers, charts, or lines on a screen. It was a mirror that showed who I could be. American dream trading, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. Used to think I missed my chance, too late to change, but you showed me growth lies outside the cage. Now I'm building something real, not just getting by. Flipping setbacks into fuel, reaching for the sky. You said mindset first, and now I see. Success starts with who you believe you can be. American dream trading, you opened the door, gave me the tools, now I'm asking for more. No more waiting for life to decide. You gave me the pen so I could rewrite. From fear to focus, from doubt to drive, I found my strength, now I'm alive. You didn't just teach me to trade, you helped me rewrite my life. It's not about luck, it's learning to lead, turning every loss into a seed. Now I grow with every rise and fall, standing tall, no dreams too small. American dream being traded, you show me the way, turn my dark into light, my night into day. Now I'm writing my future in my own hand, with purpose, with power, with for pride. Thanks to the dream. Now rewrite my life.